Hey everybody, and welcome back or welcome to another one of my videos. My name is Lauren Porter and you're watching Quarters with Porter. Y'all, it has literally been so long since I have filmed a sit down video. You know, the season has started, so it has been game day vlog after game day vlog. But today we have huge news. I cannot even believe what I'm about to say, because how did we get here? Kirk Cousins has been benched. He has been benched. He has been benched after week 15, and it has been announced that rookie quarterback Michael Penix will now be taking over for the remainder of the season. Like, they didn't even say we're giving Penix just a chance to play his game. No, they said Penix is over for the remainder of the season. Y'all, we started off the year 6-3. Here we are 7-7. How did we get here? In today's video, we are going to be talking about the Kirk Cousins benching, what this means for the Atlanta Falcons, you know, with that huge contract, what I am ready for with Michael Penix, and we will also be talking about what I think about the benching. All right, y'all, now let's get into what is happening with the Atlanta Falcons and Kirk Cousins. So first of all, let me just say that I am shocked. I honestly did not see this coming, even though Kirk Cousins was playing terribly and it looked like he was playing like he was hurt. I was actually concerned for him, but I honestly did not think that the Falcons had the guts to bench the quarterback that they are paying $100 million. So let's take it to the beginning of this season, because I'm seeing a lot of Kirk Cousins hate, and honestly I kind of feel bad for the guy, because he did bring a lot of locker room love to the team. He really did change the culture of this team in the beginning of this season. He brought a lot of relevance back to Atlanta. You know, we were all over the media. We were being talked about. We have, what, 4, now 5 primetime games this season. Like, the Falcons were finally relevant with Kirk Cousins at quarterback. Now, the season started off very, very strong. Like I said, we were 6-3. Kirk Cousins was throwing touchdown after touchdown. You know, he would have his occasional interception, but it was not something that was, you know, a consistent problem with him. I loved Kirk Cousins at quarterback, you know, for those first couple of weeks of this season, really the first couple of months of the season. I loved Kirk Cousins at quarterback. You know, swag surf Kirk was lit. He was really truly embracing this city and everything that comes with Atlanta. He was hyping the team up. I know y'all have seen all of the videos, and Atlanta fans were having such fun times at these games. The Falcons were finally fun to watch again. Now, after the Cowboys win, this team went to complete shambles. I don't know if the Cowboys just broke us, because it's actually crazy, because when the Saints played the Cowboys, beat the Cowboys, they also went on a losing streak. So what is it about beating the Cowboys in the NFC South that causes you to go on a losing streak? Hopefully, you know, that can happen for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They play them this week, so hopefully, you know, they can beat them and then go on their NFC South losing streak. But anyways, after that Cowboys win, we took loss after loss after loss after loss. We lost 4 games in a row, including games that should have been easy to win, like the Saints. But with that Saints game, I'm not gonna hold you, there was voodoo involved, because Cool has not been the same since. But anyway, the Atlanta Falcons lost to the Vikings, the Chargers, the New Orleans Saints, as well as the Denver Broncos. And mind you, that Broncos game was insane, because Bo Nix is now being called Rookie of the Year after that game. Ridiculous. But honestly, I know a lot of people like to put the blame on Kirk Cousins for those losses. And yes, Kirk Cousins was playing terribly during those games. You know, he was not throwing touchdowns. He was only throwing interceptions, which is actually insane. But y'all, we cannot put all the blame on Kirk. Defense was messing up. We had so many different penalties on defense and offense that really, really hurt all of those games. Cool single-handedly lost that Saints game for us by not being able to kick field goals, and him not being able to kick field goals while Kirk Cousins is unable to throw touchdowns. There was so many missed point opportunities for the Falcons, which led to our demise and a bunch of low-scoring games. It's actually crazy, because Kirk Cousins went from throwing 4 touchdowns a game to 4 interceptions a game. Prior to being benched in his last 5 games, Kirk Cousins has thrown 1 touchdown and 9 interceptions. The Falcons also had a 1-4 record, and their one win was versus the Las Vegas Raiders, one of the worst teams in the NFL, and they barely won. So it got to a point with this season where it's like, it's time to bench Kirk, and honestly, they really should have benched him in the middle of that Chargers game, because that game was so winnable and we ended up losing that game because we stunk it up in the second half, and that was a needed win. We truly needed that win, because now winning the NFC South is all up to the Buccaneers losing a game, and they play some BS for the rest of the season. So it's very unlikely that they're going to lose a game unless they get that Cowboys curse. But yes, y'all, it is now Michael Penix time with Kirk Cousins being benched, and I'm actually so excited to see what Michael Penix is going to be able to do. A lot of people are assuming Michael Penix is a very mobile quarterback because he's black. But y'all, I'm here to tell y'all, do not expect that from Michael Penix, because that kid has an arm on him and he uses that arm. He does not use his legs as much as people would assume. Just because a quarterback is black does not mean that he is mobile. I literally saw a tweet saying, is Bijan Robinson and Michael Penix going to be the best rushing duo in the league? Like, what are we talking about here? But when talking about Michael Penix, I'm so excited to see what he's going to be able to do with all of his offensive pieces. He's walking into a perfect offense. We have perfect offensive pieces, and I feel like that has been proven all season. We have Drake London about to hit 1,000 yards. We have Bijan just hit 1,000 yards. I'm so excited to see what these players are going to be able to do with Michael Penix at quarterback. He's confident. He's ready. He's swaggy. Like, I feel like he's about to bring a lot of culture back to the city. I know a lot of fans are super excited to see what he's going to do on Sunday with his first start. I'm honestly very eager for Sunday's game. Like, I cannot wait for Sunday to come so I can see Michael Penix's very first start. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so y'all can see when that vlog drops. I'm literally not going to take forever to drop this vlog, y'all. I promise. So excited for Michael Penix's start. Is he going to be able to save the Falcons season? I don't know. It might be a little bit too late for that, but at least we get to see some Michael Penix play. I cannot believe the Falcons might be missing the playoffs another year in a row when we had the playoffs in our hands like this. The playoffs were in our hands and it just went away like that. But let's get into this Kirk Cousins contract, y'all, and what this means for the Atlanta Falcons. So Kirk Cousins signed a 4-year, $180 million contract with $100 million being guaranteed. The Falcons have already paid $62.5 million of the $100 million that is guaranteed for Kirk. This includes his base salary of $12.5 million from this year, as well as his $50 million signing bonus. So if Penix goes out and performs extremely well for the Atlanta Falcons, the Falcons have a problem on their hand with Kirk Cousins. They honestly shouldn't have even signed him to begin with, but we're already here. There's nothing we can do to take that back. So what are we going to do moving forward? Assuming that Michael Penix goes out and has an amazing rest of his season, we have 3 games left in this year, and assuming that he proves that he is the future of this team, which I think is definitely going to happen, the Falcons have a problem on their hand with Kirk Cousins. Honestly, no point in having a quarterback that you spent $100 million on sitting on the bench, and I'm sure Kirk Cousins wouldn't want to spend the end of his career on the bench either. So the Falcons would have a decision to make. Do they just simply release him and allow another team to sign him, or should they trade him? I'm about to tell you what's going to happen with either of those options. So if the Atlanta Falcons decide to move on from Kirk Cousins and cut him, they will be in $65 million of dead cap space, which is pretty big. But y'all, it is not the worst in the NFL. Like, at least we're not the Broncos, at least we're not the Giants. You know, we could be in a worse situation like them. And I actually saw a tweet that made me feel a little bit better with the Broncos and Bo Nix. They said that even though they are millions and millions of dollars in dead cap space, it's okay because Bo Nix is the future. So y'all, even if we do end up in that type of situation, it's okay, because Penix is the future. That being said, if the Atlanta Falcons are able to trade Kirk Cousins, their dead cap would hit $37.5 million. So obviously trading Kirk Cousins would be the better thing for the Atlanta Falcons to do cap space wise. And cap space is going to be something that is very important in these coming up years, because we have a lot of young stars that we need to sign and keep on this team, like Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier. So we need those coins. We need those coins to keep these players on the Falcons and keep surrounding Michael Penix, because I want the draft to be very defense heavy. Like, we don't really need anything else on offense besides like an offensive lineman. So I want us to focus on defense in the draft. We don't need any offense in the draft. So in order to keep these young offensive pieces around us, because honestly, like, everyone is around the ages of like 22 to 24, Michael Penix included. So we could keep this little circle of guys together. We can really build something amazing in Atlanta. So obviously the Atlanta Falcons would have to find a team that is willing to take on that Kirk Cousins contract. And honestly, I don't know what team that would be. The only team that can really come to mind right now is the Jets. So New York Jets, if y'all want somebody to replace Aaron Rodgers, you know, we got Kirk Cousins for you. But yes, trading Kirk Cousins would be the best thing for the Atlanta Falcons. That's obviously what I would want them to do, especially if Michael Penix goes out there and saves the season, which obviously I'm going to speak positivity around Michael Penix. I'm not going to speak negatively on him, because I am hoping for the best for him. I really want to see him prosper in Atlanta. It is his time to finally shine. Like, y'all, it feels like we've been waiting on this since the kid got drafted. We have all literally been waiting on this moment. So I am so excited to see what he's going to do for Atlanta. But yes, y'all, Kirk Cousins is benched. I cannot believe the swag surf Kirk era is over. Like, it was so fun. I swear it was so fun. Like, I was having a ball in the beginning of this season. Like, every single time I swag surf, I will think of Kirk. Thank you for what you brought to the city of Atlanta though, Kirk. I'm not gonna hate on you, especially now that you're on the bench. You know, you might have cooked our season and ruined our playoff chances this year. And you know, we might miss the playoffs again, and we might only win 8 or 9 games this year, but it's okay. It's okay, because at least we have a bright future going forward. I'm gonna always stay optimistic, and the season is not over yet. But yes, Kirk Cousins, thank you for making Atlanta relevant again. If you are hurt or something, because I honestly feel like something deeper is going on than what we see, I hope you get better. You know, it is hard thing to recover from something like an Achilles injury, especially given that he's 35 years old. The Falcons just should have never signed him to such a huge contract at his age and his injury history. But y'all cannot blame Kirk for that. Y'all don't need to be hating on Kirk. Hit on that front office. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all this Sunday for the New York Giants game. Michael Penix first start ever. Be sure to subscribe for more sports content from your girl, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.